Alright, we're back out here. Got a fence up here on the eastern border. Keep BBs from coming over here into the staging area until we can get the tarp measured, ordered, shipped, and set up. This will have to do for the soft open. Probably keep goggles on over on this side of the building just to be safe. But property owner's coming to finish boarding up that window today, and then gonna get some more fencing like this strung out to the area to make a couple more structures. Already got another fence like this on the other side of the building. Just keeping all the BBs inside and out back. Just talked to one of the neighbors, came over. She told us she doesn't care what we shoot at, how much noise we make. She's just gonna be sitting on the porch anyway. So we already got one neighbor that's okay with everything. Some of the bunkers that we're getting set up, got to put some more plywood on those. Get you an update here in a minute once I get back out into the field and start setting up in the clearing. See you in a sec. Alright, out back, you can see the back of that fence we built. It's a little makeshift one. There shouldn't be too much going on over here, so I'm not too worried about BBs going that way. But yeah, we're gonna walk the tape. The property line's really over there, but I don't want anybody going too close to the property line to give anybody a reason to shoot BBs at or past anyone on that side of the property. Gotta skin this bunker still. I already skinned all the ones on that side. Brush is already growing back up from us mowing it down 2 weeks ago. Nice little coverage here. Come back in this little alley of brush. More tape. We go right along the tape line into the woods, and I'll pick you guys back up at the western spawn location. I am now standing at what will be the western respawn location. We've got orange tape at right about head height going the full wooded border of the property, all the way along the back on the north border there, all the way up that way along the western border, where I was just with you coming in the other way. In both spawn locations, oh, big spider web, will be on top of hills like this one. There's another hill almost identical to this on the other side of the property where the other spawn is, and there will be flagging tape hanging from the trees to symbolize the mystical and magical nature of the respawn location that will bring you back to life if we're playing a game that does that. To the boundary tape, if anybody says they can't see this and goes outside of it, they're either blind, oblivious, or lying, so please don't be one of those people. Anywho, the woods all along this way are fairly dense, like this. You can see the clearing just ahead, so from the respawn you will have the option to push up the tree line towards the entrance of the school, or exit the tree line towards the clearing and start getting engaged from the guys that are spawning right over there. Well, not right over there, but a good 150, 200 yards that way in another dense wooded area. So there's plenty of exit points, plenty of ways to play it. Should be pretty interesting. I'm going to go put up a couple more bunkers, then I'll give you guys a view of some of the makeshift bunkers we've got going on in the center of the property. Catch you in a sec. Alright, well that's all I'm getting done today. Sun's going down. Spent a lot longer out here than I thought I was going today, but I was by myself. So, guess you do what you can do with what you got. This fence isn't gonna last. I have my post hole digger with me, and I already did the fence on the other side of the property proper, but everything under this gravel is concrete, so no post hole digger is getting through that, so I'm just having to brace it up with temporary braces for now. Got done with some of the bunkers, so we were here earlier, skinned that one a little bit. I'm hesitant at this point to make any of these things too permanent, because once everybody comes out here and plays, there's a good chance we're going to want to move some stuff around. Just once we get some feedback on how the cover works and how everything plays, the way it's set up. So from here, so here's the rear of the property. Here's the entrance on this side. From here you can see some covered approach room from there. There's some covered approach room from there. I'm trying to make it so this whole hill that leads up to the property is kind of no man's land, just to make it a little bit harder to traverse. I don't want it to be too unbelievably easy to get into the building. So you can see there's alleys that cut through. There's brush all along the middle, but there's big clumps of brush, and they kind of divide the property up into a couple little alleyways. So each alleyway is outfitted with a handful of bunkers to bounce up and in between. Pretty much where you see these two standing guys, I want to do like a 10 by 20 temporary structure with a couple of doorways and windows on it. But like I said, we're keeping everything kind of temporary for now until we get a feel for it and until we get everything cleared. They're going to be able to do this long term. Two little V bunkers for when this team comes out of the woods. One side fully sheeted, the other side not, just to keep a bunch of people from cramming behind them. Got a bunker down here, down this alley. Back this way. Another bunker down that alley. So each side has a set of bunkers towards the entrance of the alleys. This alley is the furthest most back, and that whole tree line is in. So there's not as much of a need for considerable amount of cover here, because everybody can just go through that tree line and duke it out in there. So here's the other big brush berm. Come up over here to the other side. So this is the area we're going to call the trash pile. It'll be an objective point for some different game types. There's the whole eastern tree line that's also in play, so guys can move up and down this tree line or come out of it and head across to the other side. So there's that bunker coming out to meet with the forces on the other side of this alley. Of course, everybody can just hunker down up against all the bushes too, so I mean that provides a good bit. If any of you ghillie suit guys want to climb up in there, by all means. I wouldn't, but that's just me. So there's the other alley with this bunker on this side. So there's those two standing guys that we saw from the other side a moment ago. And then we've got some scattered bunkers here as we approach the structure. So all of this tree line is still in play, and it continues to be in play until the orange tape magically emerges out of it over here near the staging area. Just want to make sure nobody's getting close to the fence line over here to be shot at, because it's all uphill. So as long as people are staying inside this tape being shot at, all the BBs that miss will either get eaten by the woods, by that berm, the building, or the fence. But that's it. If you can't tell, I'm beat. So I'm done. I'm going home. I'll see you guys August 4th. Those of you that pre-RSVP'd and expressed interest in coming to the Soft Open on August 4th and have not yet sent me your confirmation with the number of guys that you're bringing, please do. Because if I don't get confirmation from enough guys, I'm going to do another push on Facebook. Reach out to the guys over at Ballahack, Roanoke, and Augusta. See if they want to chat it up a little bit at their own fields next weekend, the week before our op. I don't want to poach any business from them, but for the starting of it all, and this being our soft open, and it's probably going to be a couple months before we can do the grand opening, hopefully they won't mind. If any of you guys are watching this, feel free to reach out. I can give you some information on the soft open and details to communicate to anybody that comes out to your field. If you guys that are watching that are coming to play are going to any fields or ops in the next couple weeks, spread the word. Send them to our Facebook, send them to our webpage, tell them to email me. We'll get some more guys on the list. Like I said, I'm cutting it off at 100. We've got 80 pre-registered and about 30 confirmed so far. So we still got room for more. I'd really like to see at least 80 or 100 guys out here just to get a feel for how cramped the building gets and the field gets with that many people on it. But yeah. See you in a couple weeks.